If you were the kind of person who takes JD Vance, known couch enthusiast, seriously, then you probably should stay after in Kissing Kate Barlow's class and learn what ducks do on the lake. Now, this isn't an insult to JD Vance or any of his followers, but I want you guys to stick around and maybe learn a little bit of something here. JD Vance is a very slick talker. He doesn't say a lot of intelligent things, but he's a very slick talker. But recently, he did say something that kind of borders on intelligent. And that was his discussion about what to do with all these young Republicans who are just Nazi posted inside of their groups. And what he essentially boils this whole thing down to is like, let kids be kids. They're going to do messed up things, and it's okay as long as they learn and grow from them. This is completely moot in the case of this texting chain, which by now has been thoroughly researched and reviewed. Everyone on it was over the age of 30. None of them were kids. None of them were college kids. None of them were students. None of them were just boys being boys. These are adults with power that should know better. But that sentiment is a very useful sentiment because it begs a question. And this is something I want you guys to think about seriously. What is the cutoff for which people can make mistakes and have mistakes in judgment and still recover from it? The answer is one that's going to require a little bit of your nuance classes. Because I don't think that adults should be judged on the merits of what they do as children per se. And I also don't think that adults should be judged on the merits of what they do that is considered a mistake. But it all depends on proximity to that mistake, right? If you are an adult that grows up and does a mass shooting and people start digging up your old texts and they say, oh, well, this person was doing a lot of incel texting and making a lot of edgelord jokes and posts online and saying some pretty racist things and then went out and did a racist shooting, then yeah, you can draw that connection in that direct line. If it was somebody who is working on the side of progressive issues right now, like trying to work with communities about homelessness or racial inequity or some kind of things that are just building up a community, and you dig up that at some point they did a costume that had blackface, and they have since apologized for it, they've since moved on for it, then they have shown that they have grown beyond those previous views. Like, you can't take them down based on that because they have shown that they are beyond that moment. If you are in a position of power and it comes out that you have a Nazi tattoo, and you have taken efforts to distance yourself from it, taking your efforts to show that you recognize what the issue is there, then you shouldn't be judged on that. But if you came about it a little bit too late, then maybe you should be judged just a little bit. If you still hold those views, you should definitely be judged. Because people with bigotry should not be in charge of other people. The reason being, when you are in charge of other people, you're not just in charge of the people you like. You're in charge of the people that you don't like as well. And so if you cannot equally rule all the people that you both like and do not like, then you should not be in power, because that makes you a bigot. So to wrap this all up, really quick and really simple. Let people learn, let people grow. But if they are not willing to show learning or growth, then yeah, no, they should continue to be judged on that shit. We need to highlight that stuff. And at the end of the day, the real couch is the friends you made along the way.